Buongiorno everyone and a welcome, hopefully, distraction for Newcastle. Midweek Wednesday night Caesars travel to Morecambe, League 1 Morecambe, or then League 1? League 2? League 2 Morecambe, so should be a very welcome distraction away from the shit show that was the Premier League on the weekend in that miserable defeat to Brighton. But I'm trying to err on the positive side here, forget about the past, moving on, we move. Not confident on the Brucey and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. Must change side, expected again for the League Cup. You've got to think it wasn't just the Brighton game, let's be honest. The Blackburn game in the Cup last week was horrific. We got the win, but it was horrific. We were outplayed against Blackburn, so we all should have seen the Brighton win coming really, but I put that down to the change side. But you'd never guess the side was changed on the weekend for the Premier League, because they was just as bad as the second side that went out against Blackburn. But we got the win. Hopefully we can get the win in the Cup again against Morecambe, progress to the next round. We'll find out if it's Newport or Watford tonight. Tuesday night they play each other. Wednesday night Newcastle play 7:15. It's not on Sky. It is on the Magpie channel though. This mush and Kegs mush, watching along, reacting to it. The best commentary in the world, as Jeremy Clarkson would say, is available. So tune in to us. We'll talk you through what's happening in the match, because we're stupid enough to pay £10 for it. Yes, you can pay £10 on the EFL website if you want to watch it. Probably wouldn't recommend it. We're just doing it because we do this. It's kind of a necessity. But, we're going to watch it. So watch us, watch along to it. We'll tell you the crack. We'll tell you how bad it is. And we'll pick up on the penalty shootout loss, probably to Morecambe. Yeah, it is. I'm joking about that. Morecambe were only 9-1 to win this game. So for you that are younger, I don't understand betting. If you put £1 on Morecambe, you'd only get £10 back. And for a team that's a few divisions below, surely it should be higher than that. Maybe the bookies know something we don't, or they do know, that we're just shit. Would it be a huge upset if we got beat off Morecambe, which will be our second side again? Probably not, really. But I can't say it, to be honest. I can't say it. Hopefully we get a reaction after that shocking performance on the weekend. Brucey should be giving them a kick up the arse. Isaac Hayden's been saying the dressing room had a word with each other, saying it wasn't good enough. Rightfully so. So hopefully, come Wednesday night, the players put on a performance. Whoever gets a chance takes it. I think we need to see a lot more like Sean Longstaff if he gets a chance. How fit Matty is. I mean, I'll run you through actually who trained on Monday for the Toon. Matty didn't actually. Sean did. As well did Fabian Shaw, Jacob Murphy, Kieran Clark, Paul Dummer, Atsu, Yedlin and Barlas are all trained on Monday. All fighting off little niggling injuries like Dummett, Clark, and obviously Shaw we haven't seen so far this season. So I'm sure it could be a much changed side for the Magpies against the Shrimps. I think Almiron deserves a start. The only one who could hold his head high after that game against Brighton. I'm sure Joe Linton will get another chance. I definitely have at least Wilson and or Carroll on the bench this time though, since we didn't against Blackburn and it nearly cost us. St. Maximin obviously had to come on against Blackburn with 10 minutes to go to offer something up front, offer a bit of fresh legs, and he took a knock, clearly injured in the Brighton game. Brucey says it's not as bad as the first thought, the ankle injury. He's not going to travel to Morecambe, but he might be fit for Spurs on the weekend. My God, are we going to need him? Well, a good St. Maximin anyway, because fitness or not, his performance still wasn't up to scratch on the weekend. But I think it's because Brucey played him when he shouldn't have. But a lot of fans on Twitter were saying his head's gone and he didn't look interested at all on the weekend. You can see that side as well, but hopefully he'll be back. The St. Maximin we all know and love on Sunday, but we'll get on that later in the week. Jacob Murphy, I'd give him a chance. I'd give Jacob Murphy a chance because he came off the bench, ended up with the captain's armband against Blackburn. God knows that happened. Would you play ball? Well, I would play ball last again. He was playing his trade on loan in the lower leagues for Rotherham and Accrington and Stanley, shining for them really, so he should do well against the likes of Morecambe. But like I said, maybe put Sean Longstaff in that number 10 role. We need to see a lot more of Sean, because where's that player went from 2 seasons ago? It will be a really, really massive alarm bells in your face if we lose to Morecambe. Morecambe lost 5-0 on the weekend to Cambridge United at home. And they've never been beyond the 3rd round of this competition since 2007. So, if they're going to get a hammering of Cambridge United 5-0, surely even if Newcastle United put out the 3rd side, they should be able to put out the under-21s and get a couple past them. Newcastle have got to surely win this game. Newcastle reserve goalkeeper Jake Turner is currently on loan at Morecambe. He played in their first round penalty shootout win over Grimsby Town. Big up Grimsby. No one will get that reference. It's Geordie Rick. We've been there on a mad few weekends. Fans of Grimsby. Blundell Park. Had a behind the scenes tour there back in the day. I went off track, no one cares. Brucey said in his press conference this morning, the old bollocks cliches from Steve Bruce. It's never going to be easy in the cup competition playing Morecambe. It's their cup final and the players will be clamping at the bit to play, so we'll pick a team that will be big enough, strong enough and fit enough to go get a result. You know, copy and paste just like his fucking tactics, you know. Where did you put that from one? What every manager's ever said, ever. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, man, Bruce, just come out with something original. Is it really going to be Morecambe's cup final? A round 3 draw against Newcastle? In the League Cup, not even the FA Cup? I don't think it is going to be their cup final, Steve. They're probably not that arsed. You might see a reaction from them, though, after getting beat 5-0 against Cambridge. They might be putting on a show. They might want to, you know, give the fans something to cheer about, manager, prove a point. So it might not be that much of a good time, a reaction like that after a hammering, but it's Morecambe. Should be an easy win. Shouldn't have Bruce making cliches and excuses already before the whistle's even fucking blown. Bruce, you're making changes for Morecambe. We will put out a strong team and there are people that are desperately needing to play. We could have 7 games in the first 3 weeks of the season. Game management of a few will be critical, but we will make changes. Is he taking the piss? Game management? Steve Bruce, game management. Plays injured players every fucking day of the week. Brucey mentioned the Brighton defeat as well and says they were all very disappointed in what happened at the weekend. We got off to an awful start and it was one of those really difficult afternoons performance-wise. The only way you can put it right is with another game on the horizon. Yeah, so put it fucking right Wednesday night, Steve. And Jamal Lewis, who took a sweet chin music Shawn Michaels straight in the mush the other day against Brighton. They were worried about Jamal's eye and it's completely closed, but thankfully there's no lasting damage to it. Thankfully, because it looked a nasty one. Thankfully young Jamal should be okay to make Spurs as well. I doubt he'll travel to Morecambe either. But for me, it's just a huge chance to progress in this cup. I mean, you look around the other ties, there's some big teams playing each other. You know, you've got Liverpool v Leicester or Arsenal, if Liverpool beat Lincoln. Burnley v Man City, maybe if they get through. Everton v West Ham. Leyton Orient or Spurs versus Chelsea or Barnsley. You know, so you're going to at least eliminate Spurs or Chelsea, at least eliminate Liverpool or Leicester. So, you know, 2 of the top 4, top 6 teams there go now in the early rounds. So we've got another king draw, you know. We've got Newport or Watford next, so what a chance it is for Newcastle to get to the quarterfinals of a cup competition where you can progress to Europe if you win this. Should be taken seriously, should get the win. I'm going for 3-1 Newcastle or Morecambe on penalties. Right then, let me know in the comments below what you think the score will be. What team would you like to see play? Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy yourself.